friends, I haven't done one of these in a while. This is a puzzle piece that I purchased a whole puzzle from the dollar store and it's on chipboard. And this is my first one I made, and I have all the pieces still, and I haven't made one in a while, so I'm gonna make another one today for you. So I have it on sorry you guys, I've gotta make it go down just a bit more for you. I have it just on a piece of paper here just for a little easy cleanup. I'm going to grab a few paintbrushes and just play with this. I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm going to throw some white down. And I'm using this little Tradition, this is glazing medium. Oh, pay attention to what I'm doing. Tradition opaque white. I'm just liking the little bottles right now, so I'm kind of playing with that, and that's why I'm using it. No particular reason other than I'm just enjoying the small size of the bottles. So I'm just going to paint it white. It's kind of like throwing some gesso on, but not. This has got a nice top to it. It doesn't need gessoing, but I just want to lighten it up, and that's the only reason. So I'm just going to throw white on there instead of using a gesso, because I'm thinking I want to do some stuff here and not sure yet. I don't have a plan. I just want to do a puzzle piece. But like I said, I just want to cover it up. I don't need to do anything to the surface to keep it from being like soaking up or anything. I just need it to be covered. So I'm just going to use the opaque white for that. So I'm just doing my edges, kind of playing around. Nice thing about doing puzzle pieces, you can always go back. You have like, who knows how many, 50 pieces, 24, or something like that. You know, you get the big little, these are for children, so I think they're like the shapes and the alphabet and that kind of thing. So they're for the small toddler type. And for $3 a box, and you kind of have a canvas for whenever you want, and you could just kind of play with it. You can do swaps with them, you can just add them to other things, but you can even do like photos on it, photo transfers. That would be so cute. Have little puzzle pieces. But today I just want to paint something or put something together, anyways, layers and that kind of thing. So I'm just rinsing off my brush now, and I'm going to dry it. You can kind of see the 8 through there. That's the one. It was the numbers, I believe. And it says 4 + 4 = 8. Really cute. And it's even got the printed out 8. But anyways, you can kind of see it back there. But that's okay. I'm thinking the other day I was playing with my mini jelly plate, my 3x5. And I think I want to play with it some more. I was playing with it with a card and just kind of doing a quick little journal page with it. And today I feel like I want to do something like that again. I'm going to go a little further up so you guys can see me. And I'm going to move a little bit this way so you can see me. And both here and here. So I'm just going to throw this on a little bit yellow. And I'm going to play with the jelly plate and doodle with it. And then nothing like crazy, just some fun stuff here. I'm going to grab a paper towel, and roll here is happening. Dry off my brush a bit. And my brush is just, I'm just going to use a paintbrush. I'm not going to use my roller. The other day I just used a card, and I'm just going to go on it, the whole thing. And since this is raised up, I'm not going to worry about it landing on the glass so much and that kind of thing. I'm going to add more color. Now this is a whole lot of color for one little puzzle here, but I'm going to try to see if I can put it on in little bits. Well, red might be empty. Ooh, that looks kind of neat the way it landed on here. But so I like that look right here that I made. And I am going to grab a Post-it note just to lay this on here like that, because I'm not too worried about it. I'm grabbing another paintbrush and I'm just going to do some things on here. I'm taking the rounded end of my paintbrush and I'm just doing a little bit of design. And just playing with it. Really, this is a canvas and you got like all these pieces that go with it. You don't have to sweat it. You don't have to worry about it really churning out, and just having fun playing with it, coming up with some really neat ideas. And that's all you really need to do is enjoy it. So that's what I want to do today, is just kind of come up with some neat little ideas and put some things that are a little bit different in here maybe. And just going like this around here, making little different spots, pushing but not too hard on my jelly plate, and just kind of seeing what I can do with it. There, I like that. So what I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to treat it like a stamp, really. I'm going to put it on here, and the one thing you can do is just do little pieces. You can do the whole thing. Maybe I'll do the whole thing on this one. I don't know. We can do parts and pieces and that kind of thing. So, well, I'm going to go for kind of right in the middle for this one. You can see I got a lot of I got a lot of paint on there, and that looks so neat. Now I really, really like this, and I'm going to add a little bit of color right here. Actually, I'm going to add it to I'm going to add it a bit here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of color here and there, and just kind of not too much, just enough to alter it a little bit. And maybe use some of that image again. So what I'm going to do now, isn't that cool? And I'm still using the same print, and just add a little bit of different colors there. Cute as cute can be. And I think my dogs ran off. There you go. And that was just one layer, add a few little drops, and that is so neat looking. So I'm going to dry that up. I really like how this one turned out. Here's another puzzle piece that I guess I gessoed before. It's not quite the paint texture, so I'm going to use this up on here because I'm really liking this. And I actually ran out because I heard the neighbor call. One of the dogs is running in the alley. How that happened, I don't know. So I'm just going to use some of this paint up on there because I really, really like the way that turned out. And let's see now. I'm going to throw on a teeny bit of raw umber. Maybe it's a little too dark. Just a drop. Actually, I'm going to throw it on here. Just a drop. And wet this up. I don't want to make mud yet here. I'm going to almost make this look like, I don't know, caricature or something crazy for this one here. And then I'm going to throw on a little bit of glazing medium. I think that's going to make it come off a bit more for what kind of dried up in the background there. Probably should have put that on before I put the fresh stuff on. But hey, whatever. It's smearing. Well, since it's smeared, let's do some design on here. I'm gonna do this design. Kind of reminds me of Charlie Brown. So that's what I'm gonna do. And just work it like this and see what happens. See if that glazing medium helps smooth that over a bit. And now I'm going to kind of take some of this, what I printed up there on there away, but we'll see how it looks. Oh, it moved, but look at the cool markings. That is something. So that is that. And now I just use the paintbrush. I use this. I use the end of this one. Not much of a mess happening there. So I'm really pleased with this. I want to share that lovely, can you see the veins in there from squishing that jelly plate on there? How cool that is. Little circles I made in there. This one as well. Very cool. So this was fun. I'm not sure what else I'll be doing with these puzzle pieces, but I'm kind of happy with the way they are right at the moment. I think I'm just going to try to add a little bit more craziness to this one. And I'm going to stick this corner down, just like that. And maybe a corner like this. It's really fun to play with, guys. I'm having fun with it. It might be a little dark, I don't know. Let's see. I like it. I like it a lot. So there is some really cool ways that I just made a neat little canvas painted puzzle, and this one as well. We'll see what we can do. Let's see. I want to brighten this one up a little bit more, so I am going to throw on a little bit of, ooh, that's a lot of red. I'm using another paintbrush just because I don't want to I don't know, I just don't want to clean that paintbrush right now. So I'm going to use a little bit of red, and here we go. That's one thing, and then I'm going to kind of do some little wavy lines in the background here. I'm also going to add a little bit more of the glazing medium, I wonder. Maybe. I probably should have done it again before I added more. Oh, I will wash this one after I've added more color. So this is just kind of playing around with it, experimenting a bit here. So I'm happy with the red, but I kind of want to get the outside here just a little gushy and moist again. So that's where I'm going with this. There we go. Let's see what we can do. I'm actually thinking there's a lot of paint on here, so what I'm going to do, squish it on this paper, see how that looks. Yeah, it was way bigger than what I was thinking. 4E. That's really cool. I really like the markings on there too. Now I am going to add that to my piece. Isn't that nice? Just like that. So I could take some off and add it to my piece. Now I'm going to pull some off the paper, I'm hoping. Just play with it, guys. Have fun. Grab some colors and play with it. So I kind of grabbed some paint off of there, and I think I'm just going to play with it until it all runs out now on here. my puzzle pieces will be nice and done. So I can use these for any kind of scraps, punch outs, whatever. You may as well use up all that goodness. And there we go, push it on. And it really pulls a lot out. I'm flipping the other way just to get little pieces here and there. It's a little easier to get everything off. Isn't that cool? That's going to be great for something. Okay. And this one here, I'm actually going to put back on and see if I can add more paint to my jelly print paper. I can. See how that's coming off because that was really moist on there. And I'm putting it back on my jelly paper. And now I'm going to, this is just kind of seeing how far I can take my paint. And this is when you really want to use every bit up. And there we go. I got a little bit more paint on there. This time I'm going to throw a little bit of glazing medium on. And I'm just kind of playing with my leftovers now, so I'm just going to grab some of this stuff. Just on my notepad there. And I'm going to take the end of the paintbrush and I'm just going to start going around just like this and playing with it. There's so many things you could do. You guys know, the stencils and that kind of things. Everything. There's just so much we can do. But this is kind of just using it up, playing, and without having too much supplies all messed up, really. And I like that idea. Sometimes it's just nice. Now, see, I got some really nice leftover print here. And I got some really nice blue here. Isn't that pretty? There's really not much limits you don't have to limit yourself. I'm keep picking up more paint, printing again. And just adding and adding. And it's kind of like a whole new piece. Okay, now I think I am going to use the piece that I had my puzzle originally on. Throw that back on there. Isn't that pretty? I wish gotta be able to use that for something. So and that is about it, guys, for this. I think I'm out of paint, which is perfect. So now I'm just going to go and make some squiggles, and I feel totally satisfied that I used up everything I could on this. And now I'm pleased. I'm very pleased. In fact, I'm just going to print this one up right here. Moving this out of the way. Getting a bit of a print there. See, it's kind of just moving it around and having so much fun with it. Isn't that great? I'm having a blast. And can you see what I'm doing? I'm like, and I think I got this perfect little spiral right here. To go a little bit right there. Great. Okay, I think I stretched that pretty far. So now that was so much fun. I have 2 wonderful puzzle pieces done, painted, used as a canvas. Now I just have to paint the edges to kind of blend in, and there's 2 pieces. I could add more embellishments to them. I have a few great pieces of paper that I could use for as embellishments, and I think I might use these in mini borders for my projects. So that will be coming up next, I think. Make some mini borders for small projects. Anyways, here is the wonderful pieces. So now, just going to check. They are a little bit tacky, and I'm going to dry them. So here it is. I am done with this piece. I am just going to outline it in black marker, and I am happy with it. I am not going to add anything to it right now. I've decided that this is the piece I'm just going to keep like this. And if I decide to add any words or any other things, I will later on. But right now, I am very happy with this art puzzle tile type of thing. And yeah, so just like any other art tile, I'm going to blacken the edges because I like that. And at some points you can go on with your tiles and do something else with them, but right now I'm just collecting my puzzle pieces, and they're going to be all so very different. I'm being very careful when I add things to them so then they could still come together once I'm done all my pieces, and they're going to look so different because none are the same. They're going to be like a quilt patchwork type of thing. So when I get in the mood, I just decide to pick up a couple of pieces and work on them, and that is it. And that's what I do. So there is one. This one here, I'm going to leave it like this as well. So 2 puzzle pieces done for my patchwork type of puzzle, and one day it's going to be done and it's going to look awesome. So thanks guys, I hope you like this. If you do, please comment below, and yes, buy a puzzle from Dollar Store or Dollarama or Target or wherever for like very cheap, and give it a go. Try to keep it where you can. This one here, I have papers on it and even embellishments, but make sure you be able to put it together once you're done. Make sure that there's not too much stuff on the side. This one had tissue and whatnot on it. So then you can put your puzzle pieces together, and each one should be a piece of art, and it'd be like a quilt. Really like a patchwork type of thing. So yeah, there you go. So give it a try guys, I hope you do. Don't forget to craft like a duck, and I will talk to you all soon. Like I said, comment below, love to hear from you. And I'm almost done here so I can stop talking. There we go. And that's the 2 pieces I have done today. I'm going to show you. My fingers really show it. And these were my jelly, using my jelly plate, a little mini jelly plate. And that's the first time I've used a jelly plate on a puzzle piece, just like that. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to craft like a duck. Talk to you guys later. And remember, try new things and have fun with it. Bye, guys.